All right, welcome back, guys. So last week I did a comparison between my iPhone 8 to my brand new iPhone 12, and I'll put a link up top here so you can check that out. But basically I found out that while the iPhone 8 still holds its own in 2020, I felt like the iPhone 12 was worth the upgrade. And today I'm going to compare my iPhone 10 versus the iPhone 12. And I think this will be more of an apples to apples comparison because these both have the all-screen display on the front. They both have OLED screens. They both have Face ID, whereas the iPhone 8 has the Touch ID on the front of it still, has the big top and bottom bezels, smaller screen that's LCD. So these ones are a little bit more similar in design. So let's talk about the design first. And first off, the displays. The iPhone 10, which is on the left here, has the 5.8-inch Super Retina HD display, whereas the new iPhone 12 has the 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display. Both these screens are OLED displays. They both look gorgeous. They both have the P3 wide color gamut. They're both able to play HDR content. Both have True Tone. They have similar pixels per inch. The iPhone 12 has 460 pixel per inch. The iPhone 10 has 458. I mean, they look very, very similar. A couple things that you do get with the iPhone 12 display. You get a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, where the iPhone 10 is 1 million to 1. They both have 625 nits of brightness, but the iPhone 12 can get up to 1200 nits of brightness when it's playing HDR content. In my opinion, outside of having a slightly larger display on the iPhone 12, it's not really enough to upgrade in my opinion. I still think the iPhone 10 display is extremely nice, and having them side by side, I really can't tell much of a difference. In terms of dimensions, obviously the iPhone 12 is going to be a little bit taller and a little bit wider because it has the larger screen than the iPhone 10, but actually it weighs less than the iPhone 10. This one comes in at 5.78 ounces. This one comes in at 6.14 ounces. Both of these phones are water and dust resistant. The iPhone 12 does have a slightly higher rating, but I mean, unless you're dropping these things into a lake, you really don't have to worry too much about the water getting inside of it. Inside these phones, you have the A11 chip with the neural engine in the iPhone 10. The iPhone 12 has the A14 chip with the next generation neural engine. For cameras, you're looking at the 12 megapixel wide and telephoto lens on the iPhone 10. The iPhone 12 has the 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide lens. The iPhone 12 can do the HDR recording with Dolby Vision, while the iPhone 10 cannot. On the fronts, you get a 7 megapixel camera on the iPhone 10, and then a 12 megapixel camera on the iPhone 12. I'm not going to say every single spec that comes with each camera. All I'm going to say is that when taking photos, both of these take great photos. Again, I think it's a slight win for the iPhone 12 here, but I don't think it's enough to upgrade for just the camera. When it comes to ergonomics and designs of these phones, it's a little bit different in that you have the curved edges, rounded off edges of the iPhone 10, and then you have the squared off edges of the iPhone 12, similar to the iPad Pros that are out now. Now, obviously, it's subjective to whichever one you like best or what feels best to you. I personally like the iPhone 12 design a little bit more. I like the squared off feel. I feel like it's easier to hold, and the edges they don't dig into your hand, but they just feel more secure when holding. This one with the rounded off edges does feel nice and smooth. However, it does feel a little bit slippery. On the sides, you're looking at aluminum for the iPhone 12. That matches the same color as the rest of the phone. On the iPhone 10, you're looking at stainless steel, very shiny, doesn't match the back of the phone. And then on the back of the phones, you have glass on both of these. So that kind of covers the design and the differences there. Now I want to get into performance, see how each one of these processors perform on the newest iOS. They're both running the latest iOS, and obviously there's not going to be any other apps open, both on the same Wi-Fi network. Everything's going to be the same there. So I just kind of want to see how each one of these performs. So first we're going to start with a boot up test. Both of these are off. Again, you have the iPhone 10 over here, iPhone 12. I'm just going to turn them both on at 1, 2, 3. All right, iPhone 12, the Apple logo came on first. All right, almost the same time there. All right, let's try testing out Face ID here. See if we can get into one of these a little bit quicker. The Face ID on the iPhone 12 should be a little bit quicker, but software enhancements might make this not noticeable. So let's try it out. iPhone 10 first. I'm just gonna pick it up. About a half second to get in there, and I'm unlocked. Here's iPhone 12. That was a little bit faster for sure. Let's try it one more time here. That was pretty quick still on the iPhone 10. One more time, iPhone 12. I mean, maybe a little bit faster on the iPhone 12, but I don't know if there was any really noticeable difference there. All right, let's just try opening up some apps and see how these things perform, see how fast they load up, how fast you can get into things. Well, first I want to say that, again, there's nothing open on either of these. As you can see, they are running the same Wi-Fi network, like I said, everything's the same. So let's just start opening up here. First we'll do the weather. A little bit faster there in the iPhone 12. We'll do maps. All right, a little bit faster again on the iPhone 12 there. This one loaded up a directions, which might be why it took a little bit faster there. Let's do photos. Roughly the same. All right, let's get into some of the streaming apps. We'll do Netflix. 1, 2, 3. Almost the same. A little bit faster there actually on the iPhone 10. Let's see if we can play the same thing at the same time.
Sea of hopeful faces.
My lovely wife, Moira.
We want to go outside.
Outside.
Well, of course you do. Who doesn't want to go outside? But it's also important.
Almost the exact same again. Let's try YouTube TV now. 1, 2, 3. Half second faster on the iPhone 12. Let's see. We'll go to live channels. Everything loads up really fast here. Let's click on the same thing and see how fast it loads up. That was not at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Are prone to infections.
That's actually a little bit faster on the iPhone 10.
Don't start Humira if you have an infection. Be there for you and them. Ask me, Cleveland.
A little easier. Meal times can be overwhelming.
Let's try Apple TV. 1, 2, 3. About a second faster on the iPhone 12. Let's load up the camera here and see how fast you can get into the camera and take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Wow, the iPhone 10 was actually faster. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, iPhone 10 actually got in faster. All right, let's check out the App Store. 1, 2, 3. That was actually much faster on the iPhone 12. We'll click on Games, Apps, Arcade, Today. All right, let's try LumaFusion, which is a video editing software. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you were about a second or two faster on the iPhone 12. All right, let's try out some of these shopping apps like Amazon. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Half second faster on the iPhone 12. Let's try Best Buy. Whoops, let's try that again. Best Buy, 1, 2, 3. Here's YouTube Kids. Yeah, again, just a half sec faster on the iPhone 12. Bleacher Report. About the same, half second faster on the iPhone 12. Here's Google Maps. 1, 2, 3. About a second faster on the iPhone 12. Let's see all these maps load up. A little bit more of a stutter on the iPhone 10. I just loaded up Google. Here's some stories they gave me, so we'll click on the first one here. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was at least 2-3 seconds faster on the iPhone 12. Oops, we'll go back here. 1, 2, 3. Again, about 2, maybe 3 seconds faster on the iPhone 12. 1, 2, 3. About the same, 2-3 seconds faster at the iPhone 12. One more. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that one was the iPhone 10 that loaded up faster. So we're going to do a network speed test, see if there's any difference in the Wi-Fi cards. So we'll do, as you can see here, same connection, same server, so everything should be the same on the same network. So we'll do the iPhone 10 first. All right, now the iPhone 12. This is interesting. So I saw the same thing happen with the iPhone 8, where the iPhone 8 actually did have higher speed tests than the iPhone 12. And now I'm seeing it again with the 10, actually quite a bit higher. So I'm going to try this again. Yeah, again, a slower speed test on the iPhone 12. I don't know if there's an issue here or if the signals are getting crossed because they're too close to each other when I'm doing these tests, but it is a little bit concerning. Okay, so I don't game on my phones at all, but I downloaded a game. I downloaded PUBG just to see how fast we can get into gameplay and then how it runs. So first I will tap on these at the same time. 1, 2, 3. All right, to the sign-in screen, about a second faster on the iPhone 12. All right, first is the iPhone 10 here. Keep in mind that I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. I'm just kind of seeing how it runs on these different processors. All right, now we're going to load up the iPhone 12. It does definitely seem a lot smoother on the iPhone 12. All right, so while it was easy to recommend an upgrade if you had an iPhone 8 to the iPhone 12, this one doesn't seem as easy to recommend. And I say that because the performance increase that you get in the iPhone 12 didn't really blow me away compared to the iPhone 10, at least at this point in time. In those everyday kind of apps and tasks that I put it through, I mean, you're talking about a 1 to 2 second speed increase in the iPhone 12. Is that enough to upgrade? I would say for most people, probably not. The reason to upgrade to the iPhone 12 from the iPhone 10 would be the first and biggest one being 5G. This one does not have, it has LTE. This one is capable of 5G. So that's a huge difference right there. Another one, you get a slightly better camera setup on the iPhone 12. It'll take a little bit better pictures. Video, obviously, you can do Dolby Vision, HDR recording, so that's another big difference. Then again, obviously, a slightly bigger, slightly better display on the iPhone 12. But I mean, the iPhone 10 display is still gorgeous, still OLED, still extremely similar to the newest one, the OLED on the iPhone 12. You can see a slight difference in contrast when you look at the blacks and the whites, but overall, I mean, it's still a very, very gorgeous display. So if someone with an iPhone 10 came up and asked me, would you upgrade to the iPhone 12? I would probably say not this year. I just don't feel like there's big enough increases in speed and performance, at least right now at this point, to say, yeah, go ahead and spend that extra money because you're getting that much better of a phone. I just don't see that right now. Plus, next year we might get ProMotion on the iPhones and possibly a smaller notch, maybe a new display technology, probably a better camera, a better processor. But they also talked about having all those things on this year's phone too, so you never really know. So if you can hold off, I would say do it. However, some of you, I mean, I'm sure your iPhone 10's batteries are dying a lot faster these days. You know, maybe you have cracks or chips in the screen, you know, whatever it is. The iPhone 12 is a great phone. There's no doubt about it. I'm very happy. I upgraded from my 8 and I'm very happy. So I'm not trying to deter you from upgrading, but if you have an iPhone 10 that's running great, is it worth the upgrade? I personally don't think so, but again, that's just my opinion. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this helps you make a decision whether you're going to upgrade or not, or just buy the 10, maybe aftermarket. I think the 10 is still a great phone. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment. Really appreciate it all, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.